What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Last year, we were talking about Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game, because, of course, Rings of Power and the War of the Rohirrim haven't ruined the franchise and IP brand enough. We have, of Tales of the Shire, like I said, bunch of people, including Vera Dark, did the coverage of the showcasing for it, going through it. It just looked generic AF. At the time, heavy DEI was being pushed all throughout the industry from, of course, those investment firms like BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, who have gone on record numerous times talking about wanting to change the culture. Now, they've largely dried up, thankfully. And then we just had the whole USAID thing showing that, oh no, even the federal government was backing it, and that's drying up. But they did exist. And this is where, thank you to Vara Dark for finding these. The lead producer of that Tales of the Shire is going around, or was rather, this is September of 2024, but you can understand who's working on the product and what they probably are going to have in it, saying, I promise I've never received. First, she's responding to someone saying, man, all this woke BS discourse about games is such a specifically online thing because I promise you in real life on a day-to-day basis, none of this exists. We have our little design things and talk about balancing and flow, and then a character happens to be a woman, and that's it. Now, obviously, also we've seen the consultancy groups and how they're brought in, and how most of the time the staff are already woke AF, and the consultancies are just in to fine tune their already dumb decisions. But Kellop said, I promise I've never received a message from a higher up that said needs more diversity so we can get government funding. It's just that games are made by and for a wide range of people with varying experiences. There's no scary cabal, shout out to the cabal, forcing devs to add women and POCs to the game. And then she said this, like reading these conspiracy theories. By the way, fun fact, conspiracy theory was invented and the term started being used right around the JFK assassination, which we just found out there was a second shooter. Maybe we should start talking about conspiracies since so many of them keep being proven true. Like reading these conspiracies online and how this industry works is wild. There's no evil corp working on erasing white men from games. This is also at the height of Male and Pale is Stale, but I digress. They're busy figuring out how to make you and every other gamer spend more money on microtransactions, which just got outlawed in Steam. Adding, I don't think these people understand that there's a very broad market of gamers. Representation does matter to many game players. In some games, much more. Games are designed by the community that made them, but also by the market that will buy them. Kai Concord. Hi, Dustborn. And then, of course, we come with the facts. As noted by Dark, the Norwegian Film Institute and the European Union provided funds for Dustborn. And lo and behold, the Norwegian Film Institute announced it had a 5-year diversity plan back in 2019. See the CEO, and you're going to hear this, a lot of them. Gender balance and broader representation are of the utmost importance from a democracy and freedom of speech perspective. This implies to the value chain from who the creators of the stories are, to whom the stories are about, and who sees the experiences in these stories. Well, in the case of Dustborn, no one except the streamers that you forced, or rather grifted their way through the games, and still died of poor Hypnotic, all of the people. Oh my God, Atreus, you should have seen his Dustborn playthrough. He's literally wearing a clown. Oh, it was fun though. Furthermore, you can see here, been exposed that USAID, we don't say USAID. When you say USAID, it makes them think that we're taking tents and food out of babies across the country. It's United States Agency of International Development. And here's the development. If I could, trans shows and drag shows in Ecuador and other such nonsense that we saw, funding Politico so they can attack us, and Gamergate. Yeah. And this does go back. We talk about this all the time. This is BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, where he said behaviors are going to have to change. And this is one thing we are asking companies. You have to force behaviors. And at BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors. And this also goes to, not quoted here, but someone said, how do you change a company? And in this case, a country. He goes, you have to see the change that you want everywhere and then have that echoed so that everywhere they look, the change you want is there. Now, he was talking about a company, the culture of a company, but in this case, they did that tactic with the country. And so the DEI was everywhere, from commercials to Dungeons and Dragons. everywhere. You couldn't escape it because that's how, and of course, we've escaped it now because no amount of funding can keep those dumb ideas going. And yes, just to further with receipts, every major gaming company does in fact still have some form of DEI, even if they're hiding it or changing the language. Ubisoft's, you can see here, they've got theirs, the Global Diversity and Inclusion, Rashi Sika. For Ubisoft, putting diversity and inclusion at the heart of everything we do means providing an entertainment where employees can thrive, build open-minded communities. Oh, they're so open-minded. Jesus, creating games that reflect diversity in the world we live in. And of course, that means Black Yasuke. And of course, over here in Activision, diversity, equity, and inclusion is a critical component to the future of our success. And then at Take-Two, Disney's over there. Diversity is key to our success. We were blah, 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 blah. But there's no conspiracy theory to shove diversity into every single thing ever. No. It's not like that at all.
More layman gay, more lesbos, more.
Yeah. That's what it is.
That's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
Anyway, it's almost over though. We're coming to an end. We're coming to the end of it. We just keep going strong. Profitability and fun games are coming back. In the meantime, you let me know what you think about all this. You gonna play Tales of the Shire? Probably not. Unless it's free on Game Pass rather, and then I'll play. Anyway, let me know what you think. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're gonna do that, thank you. And
well, bye.